Great rising lovelies, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Jade Watts, and this is the Jade Watts Show. Jade stands for Joyfully Advancing Divine Elevation. Watts stands for Powerful Energy, and I am here to show the way. Okay, here to show the way of enlightenment. Okay, and so today we're going to talk about why do we go through these spiritual awakenings? Why do we go through the spiritual awakening? I have so many people asking me these questions. So I feel like this is a very important topic. So I wanted to talk about it because I've been through it myself several times. It all started in 2015, okay? And I will get more into depth into that as I go on further, okay? But I do want you all to know a little bit about myself, about what I do, okay? I am a spiritual teacher. I teach here on YouTube. I also have an Instagram, a Facebook, which is Jade Watts Show for both social medias. And also, I also want to let you know I am a spiritual teacher. I told you I am a counselor. I am a transformational coach. I transform others one-on-one, in groups, or however. I even do online sessions for one-on-one transformational coaching, okay? I really love that. I enjoy it. I'm also an expression teacher. I love expressing myself freely because that's what I do. I'm in the arts, the sing, the dance, painting, poetry, just doing me. The arts, I love it, and that's what I do, and I help others to come out of their spiritual awakenings by doing the arts as well. So it's amazing. But let me go ahead and get to what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so why do we have spiritual awakenings? Okay, I'm going to start with, let's say this. We have these spiritual awakenings to be put on our path, what we're here to do. Because when we come here, we think we're here to, I don't know, have fun. Just have fun and don't do nothing else. We think we're here to be all about ourselves, but we're not. Just one second. We're here to be our authentic selves, okay? We're here to get on our path to awakening to our truth, because we've been told different lies, make-believe stories, and we were blocked from really knowing the truth because our pineal gland was closed, our third eye was closed, and now it's up to us to open that up fully so we can see the truth of who we are here to be. And I feel like it's so many people that is on their path right now and they don't even know it. They don't even believe in spirituality. They just see themselves as Christians or different religions, and we're all equal to one is what I'm getting, because the same thing is coming through all of us. That's what's amazing, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and move to the next one. So why do we have spiritual awakenings, okay? To help us release the old, outdated, because we cannot stay in one place for too long, okay? Now, a spiritual awakening can last from, sometimes people can take up to starting like 3 years. Some people take 3 years or more to go through their spiritual awakening. Some people transform quicker. Like, I know I started my spiritual awakening in 2015. And when I started my spiritual awakening, I was woken up. I was, depressed. I was crying. I wanted to know why I was here. I wasn't suicidal, but I wanted to know why I was here. I was just like, why am I going through this? Like, I just felt like, why am I here? I felt like I was going crazy. I did nothing but cried and wanted to know. Then I had this amazing mentor that came to come through, which his name is O1. He came through and assisted me on my journey, and it got me to where I am today. And I am so grateful, y'all. I'm so grateful. It's been since 2015. That was definitely a challenge for me, but I'm so happy that I made it through, okay? And so now we're gonna move on to the next one. So why do we have spiritual awakenings? We have spiritual awakenings to help us to be more aware, of our lives, because at times we're going through stuff. We get comfortable with stuff, with people, with places and things that we shouldn't be getting comfortable with, that we should be advancing higher, but we're not, because we're with these people, or we going these places, or we doing these things that's stopping us. And so now when we have a spiritual awakening, sometimes we are forced. When we're hard-headed and we do not want to listen, guess what? The divine come through and it uplifts us, it pulls us through, and sometimes it forces us through. And so it depends on how we're feeling. If we're feeling vulnerable to divine, then yes, we will be going with the flow. But if we're not feeling vulnerable, if we're not being vulnerable, if we're not allowing things to happen, do you know what happens? You will be forced to go through. And when you're forced to go through, it does not come out pretty, but it turns out beautiful, okay? You're forced, and that force is hard. It's hard and it's ugly. It gets worse and worse every time you wait. So my advice, excuse me, my advice is do not wait. Get to it. Excuse me again. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one, y'all. Now this is a pretty quick video. I would soon do a video that is much longer than this, but I kind of wanted to come on here and touch up on it just to give you some of what why do we go through spiritual awakenings, okay? So again, why do we go through spiritual awakenings? Well, we go through spiritual awakenings to help us to get the lives that we desire. We want this great life, and we think we can get these great lives with these same people doing the same thing, saying the same thing, being the same person, and not growing, having the same habits. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that we're not able to do that. If you want to elevate higher, you must break down the old foundation. The old foundation must die, okay? It must fall, it must drop, it must crumble, okay? In order to get the new foundation, in order to see the light, in order to see heaven on earth, okay? Because we all can experience heaven on earth. But it's up to us to be able to allow it to flow in, okay? Now, some people repeat these same patterns over and over and over, and they go in circles continuously. They think they're getting somewhere, and they're like, oh, I'm getting somewhere. And then they see that they're really not getting nowhere, that they're going in a circle, and they realize, man, what is going on? It's something better. I know it's something better. I know there's something greater than what's happening to me right now. And so they start to research. They start to doing their little researching and seeing what's going on. What's going on with me? Am I going crazy? Everybody telling me I'm going crazy because I'm depressed and I don't want to talk to nobody, and I just don't want to be around nobody. Like, I don't want to talk to no one. I don't feel like doing nothing. I don't want to get a job. I don't want to work at the job I want to work at no more. I don't even want to do nothing, and they wondering what's going on with me. I don't even want to be around my kids. They're trying to see what's going on with me. Well, look, that's part of your spiritual awakening, and it's a process, okay? It is a process. Sometimes we go through breakups from relationships. We go through job losses. You know, we go through sicknesses. You know, some people don't even make it, you know. Some people don't even make it because they're not following what divine is telling them to do, okay? They're not listening to their intuition. And so why do we have to go through spiritual awakenings? Well, to help us to wake up of service, to be a service for others, to help us to bring everyone back up, to help bring the truth out of others, to help others to see their truth, to help others to go through their transformation, to help others to go through their spiritual awakening, to get to enlightenment. What we're doing, because a lot of us, we already went through our dark night of the soul, but some of us haven't, and it's perfectly fine, because those that haven't, guess what? It's always a teacher to come through and help you. There was plenty of teachers that came through and helped me, and I was on YouTube, and I was so grateful that, you know, I had this free help, and that's when I got really deep into it, and I'm like, ooh, oh my God. So last year, you know, it got a little intense. Then this year came, oh my God. When I tell you things started to crumble. I am no longer in a relationship. I am single ever since January, because I had to listen to the call. I heard the call, and I had to answer it, because if I didn't answer the call, I knew things was not going to get better. I knew that I wasn't able to live my best life. I knew I wasn't going to be able to be my authentic self. But when I answered that call, some things happen, y'all. Some things happen. I want to save that for a whole other video, okay? Because some things happen, and it happened for the better. And a lot of things was shooken up. I had people to come in to show me things. People come in and show me my reflection. I'm like, oh, so this is what I'm reflecting to them. Okay, well, let me go back and heal this. Let me go back and heal this. And it's, you know, life is a healing process. Life is a mystery because we never get all the answers at one time. The Creator give us answers one step at a time. It's never just everything all at once. No. One step at a time. When you learn that, you will go far. You will get somewhere. Trust me. Because I had to learn that on my journey. I had to learn that. And it's sometimes still challenging. But one thing that I always remember is you got to go through it in order to grow through it. That's my number one statement that I love to say because it always worked for me. And maybe it worked for you too. Or maybe you can come up with your own. But I just do what's best for me, okay? I do what's best for me. And so, yeah, we have many spiritual awakenings. It's not one spiritual awakening. It's never one. And people asking you, why are you so depressed? If you stay into depression for years, that means you may not be doing the work and you need to get to work. You need to start doing the work. But if you grow from it, if you're moving forward, then that means you're doing the work. Okay? So continue on your path. Definitely let me know how was your spiritual awakening? What did you go through? What was your experiences? Did you go through a breakup? I mean, I did. I went through a breakup. Did you go through a job loss? What caused you to go into that depression to awakening? Okay, comment below and let me know. And I really, really, really want to know. So I'll talk to you all soon. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Thank you for sharing with me. And mwah.